My name is Dirk Harlan with Nevada Football Magazine. Um, Most of you don't know or have ever heard of Nevada Football Magazine. That's because I haven't published one yet. Been trying to do this now. This will be the fourth year. But this video, I want to do just a quick shout out apology to the coaches over the last, say, 3 years that I've asked for questionnaires. Those guys, especially in 2020, that took the time to fill out our questionnaire. You know, it's unlike me. I don't like promising something and not being able to deliver. But obviously, there was a reason, and everybody knows what it is. You know, our format especially was definitely not conducive to being able to publish a publication with everything that happened. We were lucky to get through. I know a lot of other companies were not. You know, my thoughts go out to those people, prayers go out to those people that lost their jobs, that lost businesses, things like that. We were really close. So with that being said, our format, the way it works is that we send out questionnaires to the coaches as soon as the season's over into January. And our deadline for those are right around April and May, and right around that area, just so it gives us a head start to get the team previews. I've kind of got an example of that on the screen. This is Bishop Montague. We also have, this is the pages that we actually built for 2020. This is Liberty, celebrating their state championship. As you can see, this the box, the gray box right here, that's this is all basically the first page of the questionnaire, and there's a lot of information. As you can see, you're listing out all of these kids, all of their, usually it's just the names, but we just copied and pasted these. We just didn't have a whole lot of time. We didn't know, they postponed the season into the spring, and then it was just a mess. So I know players, coaches, players especially, you got those seniors that didn't get a senior year. So I can't even imagine. You work all that time to get your shot and get some game film, so you can go play at the next level. If that's something that you wanted to do, which I know a lot of the big school kids, that's their next step. That's their thought. That's why they're in the classroom. That's why they're busting their tail in the weight room, things like that. So my heart goes out to those guys. But most of all, these coaches have wanted something in return. Like, I'm going to spend this time for you that it takes to fill this out, and I'm going to send you the player photos and things like that. All of these photos are provided by the coach. So there's another page to this, but I'm covering it up. So, but there's action shots, there's individual photos that they've gathered, those kinds of things that they took the time to do, and then I didn't publish a magazine. So again, I apologize. It's not who I am. I feel bad. I'm just not going anywhere. So hopefully this year is smooth. Everything works great. Everybody's healthy. That's what we want. And get back to normal. So again, I'm probably going to start sending out questionnaires. Also for you guys, be thinking about the photos. We love, having pages with photos. The kids like to see their pictures in there. It's something that I guarantee whenever we get it out, people will love it. Kids will love it. They want to see it. They'll have it in the locker rooms, things like that. So that's basically the format of what it's going to look like, and how we got this team preview is our sports writers took the information the coaches gave us, and we talk a little bit about, the first part will be a little bit about the last season. We'll talk about the offense, the defense, and then we'll talk about the upcoming schedule and, teams maybe to look out for, who's going to be strong, or things like that we'll talk about towards the end. But that's a preseason publication. We try to have it out at least before the first scrimmage. We try to have it out whenever two-a-days start. It's a lot of work. Kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. This is the other publication that we do, Top of Texas Football Magazine. This was number 54. So we've been in business for 54 years. As you can see, it's not small, but for top of Texas, it's extremely small. This was 488 pages, and it's a lot of work. This is actually a smaller publication than we're used to. We took a hit just like everybody else, and it's getting back to normal. But you're looking at about, usual is like 800 pages. So 800 pages in about 7 or 8 weeks is extremely difficult, a lot of work, very stressful. So those are the things that, this publication, Nevada, could be this publication very, very easily. One more thing. I don't want to get too deep into it because this is basically, I just wanted to kind of talk to the coaches. But this is, basically what the pages look like. And so you notice that there's a lot of, families and players and cheerleaders and things like that. And, messages to their kids. You can just I'm just flipping through here. There's one with just nothing but no ad sales. Yeah, who's that? Spring Lake Earth. No, that is the next page. That's Petersburg. Okay. We have 6-man. We don't have 8-man football in Texas. So this was a 6-man section. So you can see in the front, you can just go almost to any page and it's filled with advertising, things like that, kids' photos, things like that. You'll also notice that this is newsprint and it's also black and white. The reason why we do that is to keep the cost low on the parents. If they want to put a picture of their kid, your biggest fan, love mom and dad, that kind of thing. Anybody that wants to put any kind of recruiting stuff in there, height, weight, bench press, squat, whatever they may want to do to kind of put themselves out there, can't hurt. Okay, but again, that's the format. That's what we go through. That's kind of how we do things with the questionnaires and what the coaches' part is. Just for the coaches, again, if there's anything you take away from this little small video that I'm going to do, is that I appreciate it. You'll never hear anything from me but appreciation. As far as what we do with your information, we will put the first page on, basically copy and paste. We will not publish your cell phone number or this, other than maybe the main school number. That's about it. A lot of times the major team weakness will cut out of there. Just depends on what you put. But it helps us with writing the story. So we're always positive in the team previews. Even if you went 0-10, not a great season, had a lot of injuries, whatever, we're always going to try to build something positive from that. They had a tough season because they were young, had a lot of underclassmen starting, but this year they've got that experience coming back. They've got some good game experience. We're always going to build something positive, and they're going to be state champions until the first kickoff. So that is kind of what we're about, what I'm about. It's a matter of, I haven't probably started early enough because I'm used to everybody just sending it in or sending us whatever they have, but I'm not sure that y'all have to fill out a lot of questionnaires. I also noticed that a lot of the coaches don't actually work at the school. So that was something new for me as well. So anyway, that's the format. That's the kind of time of the year for the coaches. And again, if nothing else, I want y'all to understand that I am taking this personally to do the best job I can and to get this publication out so everybody can see it. So again, Coach, thank you for the past help, and I'm going to keep asking you. I'm going to get this thing done this year. So with everybody being healthy, we want everybody to be healthy, and let's get back to normal. Again, thanks for all of your help, and look forward to actually meeting you guys face to face. If you see me out, I usually don't wear a hat, but put my Nevada hat on there. This is what I look like. So anyway, shake my hand, ask me about some football, but I absolutely, until I get those questionnaires, I don't know anything. Kind of like you guys in the fall, whenever you guys walking through the door, you're like, oh, thank goodness. I don't know anything about the teams. I was kind of give you a little bit of background about me, but I played college football, lived in Vegas off and on for about 10 years. Played high school, smallest classification, 11-man in Texas. Went from one sport to the next. Played football, basketball, ran track. We didn't have baseball, or I would have played that. Tennis, golf, whatever it was, that's what I wanted to do. Last probably 2 weeks of school was in off season. That's about as much as I saw the weight room. So I was very lucky to go to a D2 school, got a partial scholarship, and then worked my way into a scholarship, full ride. Started all 4 years. Again, my dad started Top of Texas Football Magazine back in 1968. He was actually a coach then. Basically grew up with, my dad was a high school football coach. So if you can imagine, it's a lot of film study at home, So I've lived, around football basically all my life. I've been working on the magazine ever since I could help, basically. And then as far as I took it over in 2005, my dad was not able to do it anymore physically. So I kind of took that over. And let's see, what else have I done? I've coached, helped start a Christian school in Amarillo. So I've kind of been all around football all my life. And I've been coaching schools. I've just been around all of it. So I know the life. I know what you do at school. I know you hide a lot, that kind of things. I also was a sales rep for Riddell All-American, so I know the hiding part. That's something that, if it wasn't for this, that would have been my dream job from now on. But, Top of Texas is something that I really love. I really love doing it. I loved having it whenever I was a player. We knew each other's names. Like whatever team was in our district, whoever we were playing, we called each other by names. I know that's probably not uncommon in like city schools, but for us, we're traveling 30, 40 miles, sometimes upwards of an hour to get to a district game. That was unusual for us to like know everyone, but we knew their names and we read about them, saw their pictures, knew what they looked like. That kind of thing. So, and it was all basically a part of Top of Texas. So I hope everybody enjoys it. I think once you get it in your hands, coaches will use it. I'm sure broadcasters, they definitely use it. That helps their research. So right now, I'm kind of starting at zero. I can Google stuff to find out kids' players, and that's basically what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be putting out some content with videos and different things like that. Hopefully y'all will enjoy that. I'm going to try to do it a little bit differently, maybe break down some film. I'm going to take a lot of stuff from Huddle and kind of say, well, this is why that play worked, and this is why, this is a great play, and this is why it worked, and this is why the defense. I'm going to do stuff like that. So just kind of show you anything to get some content about these players. I'm going to use what's available. So anyway, y'all, again, I apologize for not having this thing out. I'm doing my best. I'm going to put it out for 2022 fall. So appreciate it. Hope you understand. I'm going to be around. I'm going to be finding everyone. I think the last time, I called a school and they said, well, the head coach doesn't work here. Like, where does he work? Well, he's a deputy at, deputy sheriff or at the sheriff's office. I'm like, ugh. So I call the sheriff's office and talk to him about it. And I'm going to be doing a lot of that stuff. I understand, you're doing this, taking your time, and then nothing to show for it. I get it. I understand it. So please understand, I'm going to be doing the very best I can to get this thing done this year, and everything goes smoothly with the season. I hope everybody's healthy and stays healthy. So with that, thanks again.